Encore une interview dans le cadre du Hellfest Festival 2024 avec Alex qui m'accompagne, Ben étant derrière les caméras. On reçoit un groupe belge qu'on aime énormément et je suis extrêmement heureux de le recevoir. C'est bien sûr Brutus. Bonsoir messieurs.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, merci.
Alors comment est-ce que ça va? Comment est-ce qu'on se sent après un live au Hellfest?
How are you guys? How do you feel about after such a great show at Hellfest today?
Very good. Yeah, it was really fun.
Très bien.
Très bien.
That's my only French, sorry.
No, we had a great time. It was nice. It was nice to walk on stage and see so many people.
Yeah.
So you never expect that. There's always this little thing of like, are people going to show up? And they showed up. Yeah.
Especially on a festival when there are other bands playing, like on 5 stages. You never know what people will do. But last time we played here at the Warzone, it was almost the same, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's good that people didn't forget us and they're back here. It's cool.
Je perds beaucoup d'émotions, donc je vais vous poser des questions autour de ça. Mais je me suis toujours demandé comment est-ce qu'on se sent vraiment psychologiquement, émotionnellement, au niveau cardiaque, avant justement un concert d'importance comme ça, ou un concert tout simplement.
Yeah, how do you feel both physically, from the heart, maybe the heartbeat is racing, and also mentally before going on stage before such a crowd?
Oh.
You know, I'm anxious, so...
Yeah. For me, yeah.
Yeah, everything is like super focused. You want to do very well. The best you can, but maybe not only for the crowd, but only for him and Stephanie. Like, don't fuck up so they look bad. That's focus is the thing.
I get nervous when I'm on the side of the stage. I'm like, fuck. But the moment we start playing like 1-2 songs into the set, it's like, oh yeah. Then it gets really fun. So yeah, but it does happen before a show. There's a bit of nerves. Yeah.
C'est normal, on peut comprendre. Vous faites une musique qui, pour moi, est intense, je pense pour tout le monde, qui provoque des frissons. Je vous l'ai dit en antenne, mais j'ai même eu la larme à l'œil. Je l'ai dit à Alex. J'ai dit putain, ça me fait presque chialer. Comment vous faites pour réussir à créer une musique comme ça? Est-ce que c'est la volonté aussi?
What's the recipe to create such a emotionally packed music, and music that gives him and me goosebumps, but he almost cried at the show? How do you make such a great, such emotional music?
No.
We actually don't think about it.
No, but I think when we write music, we write till we also feel something with the music we write ourselves when we play it and writing it. And apparently, like, when we then play it, other people feel the same. It's like, yeah.
And that's the best thing ever.
I think that's the best way I can describe it. We're looking for the same thing when we write music. We want to feel something with the stuff we play. It can be anything.
And I guess that's for every band the same. That's what you try to do. And I think I can speak for most bands, I guess, that if you get on a stage and people feel that way about what you play, that's the best thing ever. So yeah.
Et puis il y a ce contraste, mais qui est magnifique, entre la musique que vous faites et cette voix. Parce que la voix, elle est cristalline, elle s'envole, on a l'impression d'être dans une énorme poésie. Puis des fois, la musique, bam, on sent qu'il y a une rage, il y a quelque chose de fort. C'est un mélange qui est particulier.
Yeah, the mix you make with your music and the vocals, like very sometimes heavy music, sometimes very emotional, but maybe a bit airy music, and also with the voice, an angel-like voice sometimes that goes into screaming. It's the blend between the two is completely crazy for us.
Yeah. I think it's the same for us, no? Yeah. I mean, sometimes we're on stage and we're playing and Stephanie does something like vocal-wise. Then we just look at each other and we're like, okay, nice. Fuck yeah. So yeah, because she also it's a thing, like you have the records we make, and live most of the time she does something with it after.
A bit of an impro sometimes.
Yeah, she just does whatever she feels like, and we can be the backbone and just make a lot of noise, and whatever she does on top of that, sometimes it's a surprise for us as well.
Yeah,
I guess.
And that's nice.
That's really nice, because you're playing and at the same time you feel like you're watching a show yourself, so it's best of both worlds. So yeah.
C'est marrant comme point de vue. Je veux aussi parler un petit peu de votre vécu. Je pense qu'on a à peu près le même âge. Quand vous étiez enfant, plus jeune, à quel moment vous avez rencontré la musique alternative, et est-ce que ça vous a séduit assez tôt?
As kids or as teenagers, how did you encounter heavy music or alternative music? How did it happen?
I got
if you remember.
When I was 13 or 14, I got a cassette, and it was a 30-minute cassette, and one side was Nirvana and the other one was Rage Against the Machine.
Wow.
And then I became more punk rock. And then later, when I met Stephanie and Stan, they told me about Cult of Luna and stuff like that. And it was like, oh yeah, okay. I was with Deftones and Machine Head and stuff like that, but not into post-rock, so that came with Brutus that came along. That was for me.
Yeah, for me, when I was 12, my uncle gave me a record.
Oh.
It was the New York Dolls.
Nice.
And ever since then, it's just guitar music. And I started going to shows. I was like 14, 15, I went to go see him live with his band. So that's how it started for me.
Et ça vous a procuré quelque chose de fort. C'est ça qui a fait que votre vie a changé, puisque maintenant vous faites de la musique quand même. C'est quoi l'émotion qu'il y avait au fond de vous à ce moment-là? De l'énergie, de la rage, de l'envie de claquer tout ce que vous aviez en vous?
The emotion that you had when you were kids listening to this music, was it anger? Was it like, I don't know, not to be too well in your body or mind at that time? And was it a way to convey this to try to get this rage out?
It was everything depending on the band. With some bands you can... I cried my heart out with Radiohead. And I screamed super angry on Machine Head. And I could sing along with Deftones. It's like there's so much music for every mood. For me it was for every mood I could find something, and that's nice.
Yeah, for me it was more passion, like, and also the fact that it wasn't really calculated or something. It's like it felt like something I could do, so it made me happy in a way. Yeah, like I can totally get the anger thing and the punk rock and fuck everything. I totally get that, but it was more like, for me it was a happy thing. Like, this is what I want to do. This I maybe can't even do this. I'm still working on that, but so yeah, it was more a passion thing. Like, yeah, finding something that I understood or something. Yeah.
Et j'ai une question sur la différence entre nos pays aussi, parce qu'en France, faire du rock, en tout cas au sens large du terme, c'est très dur, parce qu'on n'est pas un pays rock. Par contre, vous venez d'un pays qui est rock aux yeux de la France. Qu'est-ce que vous pouvez dire de ce qu'apporte la Belgique à la musique et à la culture?
Playing rock and roll in France is a bit different than in Belgium, because you have like somehow a root into you have rock and roll in your veins in Belgium for some reason that we don't in France. Yeah. I mean, we feel as French people.
You have Johnny Holiday, right?
Yeah, we have Johnny. Yeah.
I mean,
Who do we have?
last week we saw the video where the stage where this hand comes out and then turns around and he's inside. It's like, whoa, that you want to see on Hellfest on the main stage. Sorry, I was.
Yeah, that's right. Do you feel that coming from another country changed your approach to music, to heavy music?
I think for me, the way I look at it, Belgium is so small that, like I said, I went to go see him play when I was 14, 15 years old, and now I play in a band with Peter. So that's how small that Belgian
everybody knows everybody.
Everybody knows each other. There's so many good bands that inspired me that actually just live 2 towns away.
I don't know how many people live in Paris, but in Flanders, like the Flemish part of Belgium, it's only 5 million people. So it's so small that we take a lot from the UK, we take from France, we take from Germany, the US, and we put it all together in our. We don't have our own rock. We have our own rock scene, but it's very small.
Yeah, we know it takes 3 hours to drive through.
Yeah.
So if you want to go to a show and it's like 45 minutes drive, it's like. It's far away.
You can't even in Paris. You can't even with 45 minutes. You're nowhere.
You're still in the same street.
Yeah.
So I think that has something to do with it. That everybody knows each other. Like, and it also pushed me in the past and still does. I see so many people who do great stuff and be so passionate about music. It drives you in a way. They pull you with them. Right? So it's really nice.
You also have to reach out immediately. You have to go outside of Belgium because Belgium is so small. In France, you can make a living with music in France. We were in Germany and there was a rapper headlining a festival. I never heard of him, but it was a very big rapper and he had main stage, enormous production, but he only does Germany. But because it's 60 million people or 70 million, but in Belgium it's totally different.
Bon, on commence à pleuvoir, peut-être qu'on va devoir les abandonner.
Ouais.
Je suis désolé, mais merci beaucoup. En tout cas, ce que vous faites, la musique que vous faites, l'album qui est sorti, tout ça, c'est magnifique et ça fout des émotions énormes. Donc, juste bravo, merci.
Merci à vous, c'est très gentil. Merci
beaucoup.
thank you very much, and thank you for all the emotions that you deliver on vinyl and on stage too.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
amazing.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.